Air travel in Canada is expensive, with an average regional kind of inner city flight costing about $250 per leg. If you had the opportunity to spend $2,000 for unlimited travel across Canada for an entire month, would you take it? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. What's up guys, how you living? Hope you're doing well today wherever you are, whatever you're up to in this crazy world that we're living right now in during the pandemic. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. If you're here on a regular basis, it's great to see your smiling faces back once again. Hey, last week I didn't release a video on Tuesday, I released one on Thursday. So if you missed it, I'll link it up top here. You can go check it out right after this video. I'll link it at the end of the video as well. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. So let's just jump into it. Well, the fall of 2020 is definitely upon us, and if you're anything like me, you have a travel bug just itching at you, trying to get you out of the house, trying to get you on the road, trying to get you in the air, trying to get you out and about adventuring. On this channel, we're always saying get off the couch, get outside and enjoy creation. And yeah, it's nice to do it local, but sometimes you just want to get a little further away and do it somewhere else than your own area, your own region. Well, recently Air Canada, one of the two major airlines in Canada here, have gotten itself in a bit of trouble by suggesting people hop on planes and go to the United States for some leisure travel. That at a time when the Canadian government has said that there is no non-essential travel allowed. And the most recent way that they've been challenging people to get off their couches and go and travel is through something called the Infinite Travel Program. It's a flight pass program that lets you go anywhere in Canada with no restrictions for 1 month. It's an unlimited flight pass and it sounds pretty good. Okay, so let me break down this new flight pass that Air Canada is offering. Air Canada has always had flight passes. It currently offers a number of categories of flight passes, but this one stands apart because this one is unlimited flights for $2,000 plus applicable provincial taxes for each month of travel, and you can have it up to 3 months. That means $2,000 each month you pay for unlimited travel in Canada. Just in comparison, the next least expensive flight pass that I can find on their website right now is for a student pass. That's $2,400 for a month, and that gets you only 6 flight credits. That's 6 individual flight legs. This one is unlimited, so potentially you could fly once or maybe even twice per day, every single day of the month, across Canada, interprovincially. And that's the deal. That sounds pretty juicy. Let me give you the pros and the cons, the restrictions on it, and then we'll talk about whether or not it's actually a really good thing. So let's break down the small print of this particular offering. First of all, you can advance seat select, so that's great. You can pick your tickets up to an hour before you leave. Now, I'm not sure why you'd want to pick a ticket an hour before you leave, since you have to be through security like an hour and a half or so before your flight, but it's available to you. You can use your existing e-credit upgrades or your e-upgrades within the loyalty program of Aeroplan Altitude on Air Canada, so that's cool. And you can also, that $2,000, that's for a standard seat booking. You can also upgrade to Flex or Latitude bookings as well for extra fee above and beyond that $2,000. You can make changes and cancellations with no fees associated with that. Unless you're at the airport, then it's $150 plus tax to make those changes. So no last minute changes. But if you do them online last minute, then that's free. So figure that one out. And then there's the negative fine print bits. Basically, you have to be an Aeroplan or Latitude member, but that's not a big deal. That's their loyalty program. It's great to get into that if you're not already. It's non-transferable, so you can't give it to your brother, your sister, your friend, whatever, and you're not able to cancel it. So if you get sick halfway through, you've lost your money, you're out of luck. So best health to you. For some reason, Nunavut is not included in this whole thing. And finally, the pass turns into a bit of a pumpkin exactly 1 month after you purchase it. So keep an eye on when you're traveling, and that's general mountain time. So if you're in Vancouver and you need to travel back to Halifax or something like that, make sure you look at your time so you don't miss the deadline and end up stuck somewhere you don't want to be stuck. Okay, so I have random people watching me here film this. Let me ask them a spontaneous question as to whether or not they would take this pass up if they could as students. All right, so would you guys take this deal that Air Canada is offering for unlimited flying for 30 days within Canada?
Yes. Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Where would you most want to go?
Probably like Winnipeg because of family, and then like East Coast.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
How about you? Where would you most want to go in Canada?
I think Whitehorse because I have family there, and then
Cool.
like Edmonton because I love Edmonton. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So all that sounds great at first glance, but let's take a second look at this thing, because with all that's going on right now in the midst of the pandemic in Canada, there's a few things that we got to know that aren't included in that small print. So I made a list so I wouldn't miss anything, but you can't go to Manitoba, New Brunswick, Nunavut, which isn't included in anyway, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland and Labrador, and all those are kind of included in the Atlantic Regions Agreement, so I'll come back to that in a second, and Northwest Territories and the Yukon. You can't go to those places without doing a 2-week quarantine. And the exceptions are that Atlantic Canada bubble. If you're from Atlantic Canada, you can travel interprovincially without a problem. But if you're coming into those provinces from outside of those provinces, or if you're from those provinces, you go somewhere else, you come back, 2 weeks mandatory isolation. And that's for Yukon as well, unless you're from BC, Northwest Territories, or Nunavut, or the Yukon. Otherwise, you have to spend 2 weeks isolating. So in all those places, you have to spend 2 weeks isolating. That's half your time on this deal. So where can you go without quarantining? BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Ontario, and Quebec. And Ontario and Quebec, as a Westerner, are not necessarily places I want to go to right now. I mean, in the last 14 days, Ontario has had 3,500 new cases, and Quebec has had 4,050 new cases. I don't know if I want to go there and be bombing around too much. Maybe that's not a thing for you. For me, that's a thing. And so when you look at it, the reality is Canada's made up of 10 provinces and 3 territories, but on this, you're really only limited to 5 provinces that you can go to. Well, now it's not looking as good. So how about you? Would you be willing to buy this ticket to travel Canada, or at least to 5 provinces, as many times as you could in 1 month? Let me know in the comments below. It's a good deal on the surface, but right now in our history, in the midst of this pandemic, it's maybe a little of a bait and switch. The bait being, hey, you can go all over Canada, and the switch being, actually only 5 provinces. I'm anxious to hear from you. In the meantime, wherever you are, and whatever way you can, get off the couch, get outside, and enjoy creation, and we'll see you next time.